Hey guys, and welcome to my first CrossFit Open post-workout cool-down session for 21.1. For those of you who can't join the live classes, these sessions will be recorded every Friday and the video will be shared with you. So you can use it at any point over the weekend or even Monday, whenever you've completed the workout and you desperately need that stretch and cool-down session. For today's session, you're not going to need anything at all, just some space on the floor, a mat if you have one, and whenever you're ready, come and join me at the back of your mats in a kneeling position, and we'll begin in child's pose. If you come to the back of your mat, find yourself in a kneeling position, sit back on your heels and then reach forwards with your hands, forehead to the floor, and find yourself in that extended child's pose position. Really feel the stretch underneath the arms, into the side of the lats, in the armpits, and just take 3 deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and then blowing out through the mouth. And as you inhale, feel your shoulders expand, feel your upper back broaden, and as you exhale, just feel everything relax deeper into the mat, sink inwards. When you've taken that 3rd deep breath, take 1 more deep breath all the way in, and then as you exhale, walk the hands all the way over to the left. Feel that stretch in the right side body, and again, just take 2 more deep breaths. Focus on expanding into that right armpit, opening up that side body, feeling the stretch in the shoulder. Inhale, come all the way back to center with the hands. Exhale, walk the hands all the way over to the right and feel the stretch in the left side body. Again, feeling that stretch in the armpit, opening up the ribs, opening up the lats, maybe even a stretch slightly down the arm as well. 1 more deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly walk the hands all the way back to center. And then we're going to come up onto our hands and knees. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're just going to do 3 cat-cows. So you're going to inhale as you dip the stomach, look up towards the ceiling, squeeze those shoulder blades together, open up the front body. Exhale as you round through the back, pull the shoulder blades apart. Feel that breadth across the upper back. Suck the navel up and back. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. 1 more. Inhale to lift. And then exhale to round. From here, just walk the hands slightly further forwards on the mat, and you're going to come down into heart melting pose. So we're going to drop the chest towards the floor. You might not sit quite all the way back onto your heels, forehead to the floor or chin to the floor. Just think about melting that heart down in towards the mat, opening up the thoracic spine, opening up the cervical spine and getting deeper into those armpits, into those lats, and of course the shoulders. 2 more deep breaths. And really use that breath to help melt the heart deeper. 1 last breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly come up, back onto your hands and knees. We're going to sit back into hero pose. So taking the knees together, you can either sit back on your heels, or if mobility allows, take the feet out slightly wider and let your bum sink into that gap between the feet. You shouldn't feel any pain in the knees here at all. You should just feel a bit of a quad stretch. From here, we're going to take the right arm up, and then we're going to take the left hand to the right elbow. Bending backwards with the right hand down the spine, you're going to pull back into a tricep stretch with the left hand aiding you. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. 1 more deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And release that arm. We're going to switch sides. So left arm goes up, slides back down the spine, and taking the right hand, just pull gently back on that left elbow. 2 deep breaths. If you feel any pain at all in your knees, come up out of that kneeling position, relax the legs. But if you're okay and you're just feeling a stretch, then keep on going. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release, shake out the arms, and then we're going to come back to that kneeling position. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Taking the left hand through and under the right, we're going to bring the shoulder to the floor in to thread the needle pose, looking out underneath the right armpit. Feel that stretch as you exhale, and then as you inhale, lift that left hand all the way up and back towards the ceiling, opening out the shoulder and pushing into the ground with that right hand. Exhale, thread that arm back through and under. Inhale to lift and twist. We're going to do one more. Exhale, thread that arm through and under. Inhale to lift and twist. And then this time we're going to exhale as we thread that arm through and under, and then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back up to your hands and knees, and then we're going to switch sides. So right arm goes through and under the left, bringing that shoulder to the floor, looking out underneath the left armpit. Exhale. Inhale as you lift and twist, reaching that right hand up towards the ceiling, opening out the chest and the shoulder. Exhale, thread it back through and under. 2 more. Inhale to lift and twist. Exhale to thread. Inhale for the last time to lift and twist, and then exhale to thread. Looking out underneath the left shoulder, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back up into that kneeling position. Taking your hands just slightly further forwards of the shoulders, we're going to step back with one leg. So taking your left leg back, straighten the leg and press into the ground with the toes. So you're kind of in this semi-down facing dog position. And then think about pressing back into the heel so you get a little bit of a calf stretch. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and then come back to that kneeling position and switch sides. So right leg goes back, pressing the heel away from the body, find that calf stretch. Hold for 3, 2, 1, come back to kneeling. From here, just take the hands slightly further forwards, tuck the toes, press up into that down facing dog position. Spread the fingers, press the head through the arms, pull the shoulder blades apart, and really just find that length in the spine. So bend at the knees if you need to, find that length in the spine as you point the tailbone high towards the sky. Open up those shoulders. You might even just want to pulse through the arms a little bit, pressing the crown of the head towards the floor, opening up the chest, helping with your overhead mobility range as well, and just releasing off any tension, and then just gently pedal out through the feet as you relax the shoulders, easing those heels alternately toward the floor, finding that stretch in the back of those calves. From here, we're just going to take the left foot, placing the toes on the back of the right heel. You're going to press down the right heel in towards the ground, so you're getting a deeper calf stretch by loading up that leg. You could even just rest the foot on top if you want to. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and then release. Come back to that down facing dog, pedal out quickly, and then we'll switch to the other side. So left foot comes down towards the left heel comes down towards the floor, right foot goes on top of the left heel to add a little bit of weight and just ease that heel toward the floor. Hold for 3, 2, 1, lift back up, find yourself in that down facing dog, and we'll take a body flow. So inhale, roll forwards, drop the hips, look up, find cobra. Option to do Sphinx. If you need to, just think about pulling those shoulders back and away, opening up the chest. And then when you're ready, we're going to press back up to down facing dog. From here, inhale as you lift the right leg up high to the sky, bend at the knee, open up that hip, play with that hip twist a little bit. Feel that stretch in the hip flexor, and then when you're ready, swing the leg through, plant the foot between the hands, drop the back knee to the floor, finding your low lunge position. Take a nice deep breath in as you reach the heart forwards, roll those shoulders back and down, chest comes through the arms. And then we're going to take a little bit of a calf massage here with the same arm. So right arm is going to thread through and under behind the back of the knee. So you might want to just straighten the knee, grab your arm and get the fleshy bit of your forearm behind the back of the knee. Then lean forwards into that low lunge position and then load up the arm into the back of the calf so you can feel a little bit of pressure. And you can just spend a bit of time there, Maybe roll the arm around, knead the back of your calf a little bit, rock back and forth. Take a few deep breaths. And then when you're ready, inhale as you come back up to a regular lunge. Press the hands into the ground, lift the back knee off the floor, straighten the front leg. We're coming into pyramid pose. So inhale as you lift and lengthen, exhale to fold. And if you want to get deeper into the calves, flex the toes up towards the nose. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale as you come forwards, finding yourself back in that low lunge position. Reach the heart forwards, eye gaze forwards, chest comes through the arms. Feel that stretch in the left hip flexor. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then as you inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, fold back into half splits. Stacking the left hip above the left knee and then reaching the nose towards the toes. From here, keeping the left hand grounded, we're going to inhale as we lift and twist with the right hand up towards the ceiling, finding a variation on that half splits with a twist. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, come back to that low lunge. We're going to limber that 2 more times. So inhale as you reset in that low lunge position, feeling that stretch in that left hip flexor. Exhale as you pull back to half splits, flexing the toes back towards your nose. And then inhale as you lift and twist with that right hand up towards the ceiling. So you should feel this in your IT band a little bit as well, and that hip. Exhale, release. Inhale to come forwards back into that low lunge for the last round. Exhale, pull back to half splits. And then inhale as you lift and twist into that half splits variation. Exhale, release. Plant the hand and step back to down facing dog. Pedal out the feet and maybe pulse through the arms, and we're going to repeat that sequence on the other side. So inhale as the left leg comes up this time, bend at the knee, find that hip twist, open up that hip flexor, play with it. And then when you're ready, swing that leg through, plant it between the hands, finding your low lunge position. Roll the shoulders back and down, eye gaze forwards, chest comes through the arms. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. 1 more deep breath all the way in. Exhale. This time we're going to take the left hand through and behind the knee. So just come back a little bit so you've got space to take that arm behind, putting the forearm in between the knee as you lean forwards and massage using that arm. So you're kind of cramping that arm down into your calf and using that arm as a little bit of a massage tool to just get into the back of that calf a little bit. You can wiggle from side to side. Rock back and forth, just take a couple of deep breaths. It feels quite good, especially if you've just done all those double unders. And then inhale as you come back up, replace the hand, find yourself back in that low lunge again. Lift the back knee off the floor, straighten the front leg. Find yourself in pyramid as you exhale to fold over that front leg. And if you want to take it further, flex the toes up towards the nose for a deeper calf stretch. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale as you come back into that low lunge position. Reset, roll those shoulders back and down. Feel that stretch in that right hip flexor again. Chest comes through the arms, eye gaze forwards. Exhale, pull back into that half split, straightening the front leg, stacking the back hip and flexing the toes, nose towards toes. Inhale as you keep that right hand grounded, lift and twist with your left hand up towards the ceiling into that half splits twisted variation. Feel that stretch in the hip flexor. Exhale, release, and we're back to limbering that pose. So inhale as you come forwards into that low lunge, open up that hip flexor. Exhale, pull back, feel the hamstrings, feel the calf stretch, nose towards toes. Inhale to lift and twist, feel that stretch go down the outside of the leg and into the hip. Exhale, release, reset, come into that low lunge as you inhale. Again, finding that hip flexor stretch. Exhale, pull back, find that hamstring stretch, nose towards toes. Inhale to lift and twist. Feel that IT band stretch. Exhale, release. Replace the hand, come back to that low lunge and step back to your down facing dog position. We're just going to pedal out the feet once more, opening up those calves, those hips, those hamstrings. And we'll take another body flow. So inhale, roll forwards, drop the hips, press up into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes and press back to down facing dog. From here, you're going to walk your feet all the way in towards your hands, coming into your Uttanasana forward fold. And just take a moment in ragdoll, drawing the chest over the thighs, crown of the head towards the floor, and taking opposite hand to opposite elbow, just rocking out from side to side. Whatever your body needs. You can stay still if you need to. Take a bend in the knees if you want to. Really focus on drawing that belly over the thighs, getting a nice long elongated spine rather than a stretch in the back of the legs and straightening those too much. From here, take your hands to the floor. We're going to come down into a crouching position. So inhale as you lift the heels off the floor, knees to chest, nose to knees. Tuck yourself up in that bull position. Exhale, push back up into that forward fold. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings this time and focus on straightening those legs. Inhale to crouch. Exhale to fold. One more. Inhale to crouch. Exhale to fold. And then from here, inhale as you come all the way up, extended Tadasana, we're reaching up tall. Exhale, release the arms, shake them out. And we're going to take the hands behind the back now, interlacing the fingers, clasping the hands together, pull the hands back and down, open up that chest as you lift through the heart, find your eye gaze forwards. We're going to fold down into a reverse arm stretch. So take a nice deep breath all the way in. And then as you exhale, hinge at the hips and come all the way down into a forward fold position, keeping those hands clasped and then pulling the hands up and back towards the ceiling. Open up those shoulders. 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release the hands. Come back into that forward fold position and then inhale as you lift all the way up, extended Tadasana. Heel toe the feet out to the edges of the mat, palms together at the top. And as we exhale, we're going to come all the way down into our Garland Pose, so squat pose basically. Keep the chest nice and high. Maybe take a few bounces, rock from side to side, limber into those ankles. Don't worry if your heels don't touch the floor. You can support them with a block or just leave them hovering. Just try and keep that torso nice and upright. Keep your eye gaze forwards. From here, left hand comes to the floor. Inhale to lift and twist to the right with your right hand all the way up to the ceiling. Open up those shoulders, open up those hips. Exhale, release, switch sides. Inhale to lift and twist with the left. Exhale, release. We're going to do 2 more on each side. So just move with your own breath, in your own time, to your own mobility allowance. Work within your own movement range. 1 more each side. Feel those hips loosen. Feel those ankles give. Exhale, release. We're going to come down into a seated position now on the mat, finding yourself in cow face pose. So I'm going to turn so you guys can see me. Take your feet straight out in front of you. Option 1, we're just going to thread the right leg underneath the left, and the left foot can come over the top of that right knee and place it down on the outside. If mobility allows you to go further, then think about just coming up, crossing the knees over, and you're going to have the feet either side of your hips. So cross at the knees so you have vertically stacked knees, and then sit back in that gap. Try and make sure both sit bones are connected to the floor. Find yourself in a nice level hip position. You should feel this in the hips. From here, we're going to take one arm up, the other arm goes out to the side, and then you're going to reach up and back, interlinking those fingers behind if you can. You can use a strap if you need to help bridge the gap. And then when you're ready, just take 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. and then slowly release the arms. We're going to unravel the legs and then switch sides. So this time the left leg goes under, the right leg comes over, either placing the foot on the floor, and of course you can extend the leg underneath if you need to. And then we're going to come into that crisscross legged position, wherever that may be for you. So whatever you did on the other side, try and repeat it on this side. Get those sit bones to the floor. This time the left arm goes up, right arm goes out to the side, reach back, see if you can interlace those fingers, and try not to hook yourself forwards to try and reach. Try and lift through the chest, shorten the gap, not lengthen it. Hold for 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release, shake it all out, unravel the legs, and then we're going to come into a seated position on the mat. So taking your legs straight out in front of you, pull the fleshy bits of your bum out from underneath your sit bone, connect both sit bones to the floor. Flex the toes back towards you, inhale as you lift and lengthen, exhale as you fold forwards over those legs, bringing chest towards thighs, head towards knees. 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale as you come all the way up. We're going to come into half Lord of the Fishes. So option 1, you can keep the bottom leg extended. We're going to take the left foot over the top and place it on the outside of the right knee. Option 2, you can wrap that right leg around you just like that cow face pose with both sit bones connected to the floor. You're going to have the left foot on the outside of the floor, right foot on the left side, so they're crisscrossing. So from here, think about inhaling to lift and lengthen. We're going to twist the belly towards the thigh, hooking the right arm around the left knee. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale as you twist to look over that shoulder. You should feel this in your shoulders, in your hips, maybe in your legs, definitely in your spine. It's a lovely one for the whole body. 2 more deep breaths all the way in. Exhale. And when you've completed that second deep breath, unravel yourself. Release the legs and switch sides. So this time the left leg goes under, right leg goes over, or extend that left leg wherever you need to be. Hook that left arm around the right knee, lift and lengthen as you twist that belly in towards the thigh, and then exhale as you look over that right shoulder and behind you. Use the hand behind you to deepen the twist and pull you round. 2 more deep breaths all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale as you unravel yourself. Coming back into that extended leg seated position. You can have your feet on the floor if you want to, or your legs out straight. We're going to take the hands back behind us, coming into the rack. So fingertips away. Think about lifting through the heart and finding a small arch in your back as you let the head look up towards the ceiling, or even drop all the way back and let it hang. Think about lifting through the chest, finding that stretch across the front of the chest and into the shoulders. 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way up. Release your arms. We're going to come down onto our backs now, coming into a supine position on our mats. From here, we're going to keep the left leg extended on the floor, and the right leg will extend up towards the ceiling. Flex the toes back towards you and push the heel away from you, so you're getting a nice stretch down the back of the hamstrings. From here, you can take your hands to your thigh, calf, or even hook, if mobility allows, those fingers around the big toe, and just hang out here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just release the toe. We're going to take the right arm out to the side, bend at the knee, and glue that right shoulder to the floor. Taking the left hand now onto the outside of that right knee, you're going to pull the knee across the body, all the way over to the left as you exhale, and then inhale to lift and twist the head to look towards the right. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. 2 more deep breaths all the way in. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale as you come all the way back up to center. Bringing both knees in towards your chest. Hug them with both arms. Rock from side to side. Massage that lower back. And then when you're ready, we're going to repeat that on the other side. So extending the right leg all the way to the floor. Extending the left leg up towards the ceiling, flexing toes back towards you, heel towards the ceiling. Again, taking the thigh, calf, or hooking those fingers around the big toe, and just relaxing the right arm to the side for a moment. Hold a reclined hamstring stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the hand, bend at the knee, take that left arm out wide, glue the shoulder to the floor, and then taking the right hand up and over to the outside of that left knee, bring that left knee across the body towards the right as you exhale. Inhale to lift and twist the head to look towards the left. 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then just gently bring yourself all the way back to center. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Hug them with both arms. Massage the lower back. Take a hold of the left knee with both hands. Exhale as you extend the right leg all the way to the floor. Inhale to bring that left knee in towards the chest or into the shoulder. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. Inhale to bring both knees all the way back to center, switching over the hands. Exhale as you extend the left leg all the way to the floor. Inhale to pull that right knee in toward the right shoulder. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale as you lift both knees to center, taking the hands out wide, dropping the toes to the floor, keeping the heels lifted. Just drop the knees for a few window wipers to finish. Releasing off the lower back. Opening up the shoulders and the chest. And then whenever you're ready, just gently bring the knees all the way back in towards your chest. Hug them with both arms, rock from side to side, and gently make your way all the way up to seated. Finding yourself in the center of your mat. Join me in one last deep inhale as we lift our hands up above our heads, palms together. And as we exhale, bringing the hands to the forehead, kind thoughts. To the lips, kind words. To the heart, kind feelings. Namaste.